Okay, let me tell you about my Jesus. So, just before Christmas, I was having some problems with my throat. I sounded a bit like a man. It got to the point where I actually ran out of voice completely. In fact, I went for my job interview for Hope Kids with no voice. I tried really hard to speak to a doctor. You can imagine that was quite difficult. And he sent me to ENT for them to investigate. I went before Christmas. I had an appointment and they put the yucky camera up my nose and had a good look at my throat, and they could see something like a little spot on my right vocal cord. In fact, I could see it on the screen. And then they said, they gave me some treatment and said, come back in a few weeks. So I went back again and saw a different doctor this time, and he did the same, popped the yucky camera up nose, down throat. It was disgusting. Anyway, and he saw something that looked a little bit more than just a little something on my vocal cords. In fact, he panicked a little bit. I could see it on the screen. It looked like a yucky spot. This doctor panicked and sent me for an urgent biopsy, which meant getting put under a general anaesthetic and having a little bit of it scraped away and tested. I wasn't too worried about it. I was completely distracted with other things going on. And then a few weeks ago, I don't remember how many exactly, but a few weeks ago anyway, I went into hospital to have the biopsy done. And in the build up to going into hospital, I could feel something in my throat. It was really irritating. But before I went into hospital, I was sure to get some prayer. And somebody prayed a deep spiritual prayer with long, complicated words. And I remember it went something like this. Lord, make this thing on Amanda's vocal cords shrivel up and go away. Amen. Anyway, I went into the surgery, got popped off to sleep. My next thought was I was coming round to a very cross surgeon. And she told me there was nothing there. Anyway, that was the last I seen of her. I was left with a nurse and I was really drowsy still, and I kept saying, did she say there was nothing there? And the nurse was reassuring me, yeah, there was nothing there. And I said, but I saw it. And she said, maybe it was a mistake. And I reassured her it was a miracle. God had answered that very simple prayer of make it shrivel up and go away. My Jesus is a healer.